Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined, legend and icon, Miss Carole Baskin.
Thank you so much for having me and for wearing the hakule to celebrate this occasion.
I went out and bought this lovely headpiece just for you, Carole, because I needed to match. So, how are you?
I'm just doing great.
Yeah. So, right. So, you're watching it with your husband. And I mean, you must have been. So, well, first of all, when you said you heard about this Tiger King coming out, like, so you didn't even know when you were saying, oh, the show coming to Netflix, Tiger King, you didn't even know that was your show wow, you're shaking
I
your head
reached
now.
out to the producers and we're like, who's doing that show? And then all of a sudden they didn't want to talk to us anymore.
That's how it was. Like, they were just like, we're not going to return this call.
Right. And they just recently, like in the last couple of months, reached out and said, we'd like to clear the air. And it's like, no. I told them to lose my number. My husband said, whatever you do with a Tiger King 2, that'll tell us whether or not you're really going to tell the truth. And if you're not, why would we talk to you again?
Is that why you think they reached out? Like, they want you to be part of Tiger King too?
They went back to most of the other people. I've heard from those people. Most of the other people, they went back to them and got them to sign contracts, different contracts this time. And what they had them sign in the contracts this time was that they could not talk to anybody but them. And I think what they were trying to do is they realized, this is just my belief, that this was such a successful runaway hit. They didn't want anybody actually talking to these people to get to the truth. They wanted to maintain the narrative that they have already put out there. And so we just refused to even talk to them.
Wow. So I guess if I was going to ask you if they were going to make a movie on your life, who would you want to play you?
I think the person that would be most believable as me would be Meryl Streep. She's just kind of a no nonsense kind of a person. And I think that suits my personality, and she's my age. I mean, Kate McKinnon, she is gorgeous and she's so talented, but she could play the 16-year-old me. She can't play the 60-year-old me.
I could see Meryl. I could see about if you had to go back, if Netflix approached you and the producers, if you had to go back, would you say, knowing what you know now, would you say yes to being a part of Tiger King?
I would have. And the reason I would have is because I really think that this has opened a door to getting this federal bill passed. We are further along than we've ever been with the Big Cat Public Safety Act. We have 178 members of Congress that have already signed up in the House. And I think we're 21 members in the Senate who have signed up saying that they'll support the bill. All we need is a hearing in both chambers and we are done. It ends the cub petting and it phases out private ownership. People who have those animals can keep them. They just can't buy or breed more. And so if that's what it took to get to this point, then it was worth it. If you ask my husband or my daughter that question, they would have a very different answer though.